Hello. I was just about to get started. I literally just started the stream. Hello, chat. How you doing? And apparently the rust door's already rotated. Huh. Oh. Okay then. Cool. And strange. And I'm not surprised. Do you see Banana Man? Na, 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 na. Oh, and the saw. Okay, so we got a continuation of the copper set, rare flame. Porcelain sets returned after 2 years. And yeah, the updated pixel set was accepted. Technically speaking, I guess you could say it's an early pick. If you're confused about the white strip that you see here, that's just the lighting. That's how it looks. Just wanted to make sure that nobody got confused like I did. So yeah, continuation of the pixel set. Looks like the pixel hoodie and pants and boots and bandana, I guess, will go up in price. Yay! Right, so that means we need to do the buy orders in a second then. I better get ready. Yeah, this was a surprise. Should we quickly find out what oh, we got an MP5 there. That's the first after a while. So what's that? This is a typical pick, 12th of June, typical. Technically speaking, I guess you could say the Pixel Tier 3 is an early pick. And this literally came out, yeah, this is definitely an early pick. I'm actually quite surprised to see Tempered was shoehorned in so quickly. So yeah, we got quite a few early picks this week. But for now, I need to fuss about doing my buy orders. So we'll come back to that and then we'll discuss all the new skins and what might be a good investment. So see you later. Back in a bit. Right, we're back. So it took about an hour or so. I just wanted to leave it for a bit because it's usually a little bit helpful to see how things are currently behaving. So a nice quick refresh, and then we'll go to the limited section because the newest skins are right here. And that means we need to go ahead and figure out which of these skins is and isn't an abnormal skin. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... Right, so the copper L96 is not abnormal. The chest plate and, yep, so Pixel Tier 3 is abnormal. The Porcelain Large Box is abnormal. The Rare Flame MP5 is not abnormal. The Ruined Sar is not abnormal. Tempered Bandana and Poncho are both abnormal. And the Thompson Ana. Yep. So those are, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 abnormals this week. 6 skins to chase after next week. That's going to be fun. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Right then, so with a new rotation being rotated in, that means all of the regular skins from last week became marketable. Let's start talking about those. So last night we did the abnormals and we had quite the discussion. So weekly abnormals video right here in front of you. We discussed about prices you might want to offer and whatnot. And I just kind of straight up sat here and said, guys, listen to me. Just go buy the hoodie and pants if you really want them. Don't worry too much about trying to figure out a decent price to offer as a buy order. Just go buy them. And the main reason was because after seeing how Tier 3 behaved, you know, when it instantly became marketable, we instantly had tons of buy orders going all the way up to $1. All the way up to $1. So let's just go to SCMM real quickly. And I'll refresh here. It looks like Pirate Pantaloons is probably going to reach around 50,000 sales. And the hoodie is probably going to make... Oh, no. Not that one. Not yet. Oh, we're missing 2 skins. We'll worry about that in a bit. Right, so here we are. I just want to confirm all the sales. So yeah, that's looking like it's going to have 50,000 sales. This is looking like it's going to have over 48,000 sales. And as I said, that is very close to the likes of the chest plate and very likely will be in between the likes of these 2 skins. Totally fine, should be alright, everything's in the same sort of position, and based on the behaviour I saw for these 2 skins when they became marketable, we have seen the exact same thing happen all over again. Guys, look at the buy orders for the pantaloons, the pants. It's ridiculous. Look, all of the buy orders from 85 cents upwards, it is just heavily built up all around $1. This isn't going below $1. This looks like it's very nice and secure. Alright? So, it worked out perfectly fine for the likes of the Pirate Hoodie and Pants. Everything worked out perfectly fine. And now, it's got a buy order already at $1.30. Yeah. So, did you buy some instead of like worrying about trying to figure out a decent price to do for a buy order? Well, if I just quickly go over to my inventory, I can show you what I did. Because I do both. I do buy orders, and I also buy. So it really did look like Pirate Hoodie and Pants were perfectly fine to just go in and buy some. And I did exactly that. I did say it last night, and I committed to it. So, yeah, and then we take a look at the likes of the hoodies. Both of them very close to 3,000 requests to buy, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see even more. And now we await for the inevitable Tier 2 to appear, which I fully believe will be happening. But we probably won't be seeing it immediately. Please take that into consideration. I'm pretty sure a few of the skin creators probably don't want to submit their best skins over the course of these next couple of weeks, because the summer sale, Steam summer sale, starts next week, and that might drive away a lot of attention. Therefore, they might avoid releasing their big money skins, if you know what I mean. So don't be too surprised if you see the likes of Pirate Tier 2 not being submitted for a while. Of course it's going to happen, but don't get all upset that it hasn't appeared instantly. I'm very sure it's going to appear at some point in July. All right? So just take that into consideration. And when we see the likes of Tier 2 being uploaded to the workshop and potentially being accepted, we will see spikes in demand. We'll see some buyouts, and the price will only go up, both the hoodie and pants and the likes of the Tier 3. So this is looking perfectly fine and comfortable. Now, to my surprise, because I need to show you this, as you can see, Reptile Hunter Tier 2 sold a ridiculous amount in comparison to the hoodie and pants and Tier 3. Alright? This only did 19,000 sales. Tier 3 only did 17,000 sales. The kilt did over 40,000 sales. That's ridiculous, isn't it? Doesn't match up perfectly with that. In fact, there's twice as much of these as both the Tier 3 and this, if that makes sense to you. So, I was under the assumption that the kilt was going to be trouble. Guess what? People don't care. People do not care. People went all the way up to $1 as well. Now, this isn't as built up, as strong as the likes of the Pirate hoodie and pants. And I think this actually might crumble a bit. There's far too many kilts in comparison to the other core pieces. Now, I did sit here and say, in the long term, people are going to look at this and assume it's going to be a very good budget Forest Raiders kilt option. Forest and grassy area camouflage, because we don't actually have that many affordable darker green coloured kilts. Please don't bother mentioning frog cosplay. It's too bright, alright? It's not good for camouflage. So this actually might have a pretty nice future ahead of it, as in it's going to be fairly in demand. TikTok, people keep making videos talking about budget sets for camouflage in various different environments, and of course forest area, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's going to be in most of them from here on now. But how's it going to behave with the Steam market? Are we going to see like hundreds of them, or even up to thousands of them appearing on the Steam market, simply because tons of them were bought in comparison to the other core pieces? I wouldn't be surprised. But again, as time goes on, it still might work out quite alright. So yeah, at the moment, okay, that's nice for it, but let's see what actually happens after a good week or two. Maybe we'll end up seeing tons of them in the Steam market, and then we'll see people undercutting each other, and then the price potentially going down because of that. Moving on, we do have the Forgotten Tomb Door. I wasn't super ecstatic about this. I did talk about this last night. I thought, you know what, maybe I'll just probably stick to maybe going up to $1. If we do see more of these skins being made, Forgotten Tomb deplorable skins to be exact, I wouldn't be surprised if this potentially gains some traction. And then, of course, if we do see a Forgotten Tomb deplorable collection being made, develops into that, then yeah, that door would definitely get a nice boost. But with the amount of sales it had, that being almost 18,000, which is quite a lot, I just didn't think it was going to be doing super great. So this only going up to $1 doesn't surprise me. Then we got the other pieces of the Reptile Hunter. Now these are really, oh dear. Now the point I'm trying to make is the kilt. The kilt is special because people constantly looking for budget sets for camouflage. But with these two pieces here, yeah, that's a problem. These sold a lot. As you know, not as much as this, but this is still far too much in comparison to all of this. These two I still think are going to suffer. I did bring up how, like with the likes of Forest Raiders, the vest and helmet ended up going up in price by a lot because they sold less than everything else. Well, these have sold far too much compared to all of this, and the kilt's unique in its own way. It's the only leg arm we have, so I think these two are actually going to suffer. I'm a little bit hesitant with these two, but the thing is, though, they've still got buy orders going all the way up to $1. But not as much as the hoodie and pants, the pirate hoodie and pants and the kilt. So I get the feeling these are likely going to crumble. Right? I did a lowball buy order in these, and I don't think these prices are going to hold. If they do, I'd be very surprised. I would. But yeah, we shall see what happens. Right. So, lastly, we have the concentric AR, and the buy orders only went up to 93 cents, really. Yeah, not surprised. It's not the most interesting looking AK, I guess you could say. So it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, 70 cent to 90 cent buy order we said last night, and it seems most people did exactly that. Cool. So whilst we've done all of these regular skins, why don't we take an extra look at the likes of the abnormal skins? So here's the Hamster Rock. Over 2,000 requests to buy. Buy orders going all the way up to $2.26. Again, this could just be someone trying their best to buy them for cheaper. That's fine. Bulk of the buy orders seems to end at just below $2, and then you got tons of buy orders all the way here. So, Hamster Rock looks like it could maintain its price. It looks like it could. Then, of course, we got the likes of the Redemption SAR, and wow, this sold in Rush Store for $2.99. And as you can see, last night it had buy orders going all the way up to $2.60. Now it's had an extra batch, and it's getting quite close to $3. Redemption SAR probably has a very decent future ahead of it, because I wouldn't be surprised if we see some more Redemption skins being made and accepted. Weapons, deplorables, clothing and armor, maybe, possibly. But we do know that there is an AK. There is an AK that was submitted to the workshop this past weekend, so wouldn't be surprised if that gets accepted. Wouldn't be surprised if we see this get a nice boost. So, yeah, that is what we're expecting. High quality amount Thompson, almost 2,000 requests to buy. Buy orders went all the way up to about $2.20. This sold in the Rush Store for $2.49. I said this last night. I decided to do a $2 buy order. No, I went a fair bit below $2, didn't I? I wanted to play it a bit safe because this actually sold quite a lot when I thought it wouldn't. It ended up doing 17,000 sales. It's the second highest selling Thompson skin this year. And, sorry. I was a little bit cautious. I always keep in my mind that Thompsons, when they tend to do a fair bit bad, they tend to go down by like 20 or 30%. But they tend to rebound. As I said, long term, everything just seems to rebound and do nicely for all Thompson skins. So I did keep that in mind, but I kind of wanted to play it a bit safe, so I only went up to about $1.80 buy order. Some people did go over that, so if you see the bulk of the buy orders, they all seem to be around mostly like $1 and $1.50. I do think this will still rebound and go up in price in the future, post-Christmas time. So yeah, that's long term though. How low will it go during the time from now to then? We shall see. Alright then, so those are all of last week's skins. We've seen their progress, very, very nice. Now, here we are. Let's take a look at the newest Rush Store. Now, yeah, we're missing two skins here. We seem to be missing the MP5 and the SAR. Right, so I'll just have to quickly... Yeah, we'll just have to make do. I don't know what's going on here. SCMM seems to be having a bit of a funny one. Right, well, we don't need to worry too much about that. We can make do. So, let's just get this out of the way. Let's start talking about the likes of the Tempered Bandana and Poncho. Right. This was an early pick. So, if you understand the normal process, take a look at the likes of TGG's top picks. All of these skins that you've seen here, they all appeared last week. So, not this past weekend, but the weekend before that. So, because of course, that German guy has to take some time to just double check and make sure every single skin doesn't have any copyright issues, and each skin actually is of the quality to be accepted into Rust. So I'm sure you understand that. Well, with an early pick, this refers to a skin that was quite literally submitted. Where is it? We've already passed it. There you go. Quite literally submitted this past weekend. Now, Emilio Frito, he's been a skin creator that's been around since 2016, all right? So I guess they fully trust that his skins were perfectly fine and made by him and whatnot, and here we are. Primitive tempered clothing. Yeah, that's a thing now, apparently. Do you reckon we'll see burlap shirt, pants, and maybe some hide shirt pants as well? Please consider doing this. If you're a fan of what you see here, comment. Say, what are you going to do next? I would like to have some tempered burlap shoes. You know, something like that. You know, just ask him. Ask him. So, yeah. If that's becoming a primitive collection, bit goofy. But just to give you a nice little heads up, if you want to be more aware of early picks, every single week I take a look at the newest submissions in my Rust Workshop skin checks, which you can see right here. A lot of people watched it this week, 930 views, wow. But the main intention is to find and notice all of the continuations of collections and see if they'll have an impact on said collection. And trust me when I say, we'll be talking about this one in a minute, because that, technically speaking, was another early pick. But let's just focus the likes of tempered. So this is a little bit awkward. You just saw that, right? It's shiny, it's purple. Is that going to last? Are people going to appreciate the tempered bandana and the poncho? It's a little bit awkward. Is the rest of the pirate set coming out? July, I believe, Mr. Intense Soldier. July is my expectation. All right, so don't worry about that too much right about now. We're talking about tempered. So, yeah. This is awkward. This is awkward. I'm not sure. It's weird. If we do see more primitive tempered clothing being submitted, then I'd feel a whole lot safer, if you know what I mean. We have had quite a lot of poncho skins accepted ever since we saw the random surprise acceptance of the Arctic camo poncho last September. Does this stand out nicely compared to all of these? Do people look at this and think, wow, I should definitely invest into that? Well, you know what? Pirate Poncho was a little bit questionable initially, but guess what happened? We saw a whole Pirate Primitive set come out from this, didn't we? So that's now comfortably in the positive, isn't it? Can we see the same thing with the Tempered Poncho? Hopefully. I'd like to see it happen. And then with the bandana, basically the same thing, because we can just probably refer back to the likes of the Pirate Poncho, bandana. This progressed very nicely, and why? Because more primitive skins followed it. So if you were to look at the Pirate collection right now, you've got a full primitive collection, and you've got two core pieces, the Tier 3 and hoodie and pants. That's worked out very nicely for the Pirate collection. Can we see that for the likes of the tempered primitive now? I would like to see it. We've already got like tempered, all the core pieces for tempered, by the way. Ages ago, the tempered mask was all by itself. Then we had tempered tier 2, we had the hoodie and pants, and then very randomly last year we had the chest plate all by itself. So yeah, all the core pieces are there. With these, we could potentially see, as I said, hide clothing. We could potentially see burlap clothing. It's abnormal. I don't need to rush into buying it. Also, you never know. Emilio Frito, like I said, you really do need to consider going to the workshop pages and commenting, hey, Emilio, I like this. What's next? Are you going to make burlap clothing or hide clothing? Because, yeah, that would definitely drive up interest into the likes of the bandana and the poncho. As of now, it is also abnormal. So, if we do see Emilio make more tempered submissions over the course of this weekend, then you'd probably feel more confident in these two skins. So, as I was saying, these are abnormal. They are going to become marketable earlier compared to regular skins. So we can use that to our advantage. We can do our buy orders on Wednesday night. For me, it's Wednesday night. Don't know where you are in the world, but yeah. Wednesday night going into Thursday morning. And then I'll consider doing the actual purchase on the Thursday. Yeah. Yeah, alright. That's going to be the safe option. I look at it, and clearly it's the best selling so far. I mean, we've only had this rotation for about an hour and a half now, but yeah. Also, let's just quickly refresh. Will the skins appear? Yep, hopefully they'll appear. So, yeah, cool. No, they haven't appeared. Right, Thompson Arna. So, people, it's another banana skin. We've had how many banana skins now? Banana. It's the banana. Right, okay. Uh-oh, they're all down in the negative now. They were doing fairly good recently. Now they've gone down again. I'm sad. So, yeah. Maybe at some point we could get some banana clothing and armor. That would be pretty cool. Do you see Banana Man? Open on the white hot sand. Here we go. Okay, stop. Let's go. Let's focus. So this is a Thompson. By default, I do like my Thompsons. We've had quite a lot of Thompsons being given away for free this year as well, though. Do take that into consideration. But this is a very notable one in the case of... Do you see any other yellow Thompsons here? No? Okay, so it's distinct from all of the other Thompsons that currently exist. Interesting. You might say recycler, but that's mostly green when you actually look at it. Okay, 50-50, green and yellow. This is just yellow. It's a banana. Okay. I stick by my point, you know. Thompsons. If I show you that video for like the 100th time, where is it? Thompson skins, the reliable investment? Yes. They just end up going up in price very easily and comfortably towards the very end of the year. So I am in the boat of, by default, I'm perfectly fine with it. Also, it's abnormal. I don't need to rush into buying it. Do take that into consideration. Maybe we just need to see how many sales happen. There was a bit of a pattern I noticed. When we had June 1st's Rustle rotation, we had a lot of very interesting skins that had a lot of sales. So a lot of money was spent this week. The week after this was a lot more calmer and tamer compared to June 1st. And then the week after that, it was another insane week. Last week, loads of ridiculously high amount of sales. Ha ha ha. So, I get the feeling this week would probably be a quieter week, which would be very advantageous for us. So, Thompson Arna, you're abnormal. I don't need to rush into buying you. Literally, we literally had a Thompson skin last week, but you are distinctly like brighter and more interesting compared to the other one. So maybe that'll be a positive. But you know what? The main thing I care about is how many sales do we have as of Wednesday. We'll do our buy orders, the abnormal buy orders, and then we'll make a consideration to actually buy it on the Thursday. Sound good? So yeah, we don't need to rush into doing anything. We could take our time. Porcelain large wood box. You're the first porcelain skin to be accepted for over a year, aren't you? Yep. Now, I'm just going to kind of give you a nice little hint here. The fact that we had a porcelain skin accepted will very likely get people thinking, okay, so if this was accepted, will Mr. Vase consider making another attempt at the hoodie and the pants? Yes. The hoodie and the pants were never accepted, even though 2 attempts were made. So now that this has been accepted, I wonder how many people are going to go to the workshop comments and ask him, oh, cool, you got this accepted. Are you going to make hoodie and pants again? maybe he'll feel motivated to give it another shot. So by default, I think a lot of people are going to be thinking like that. Anyway, this actual skin, very cool looking. That's a pretty interesting art style. It does look pretty cool. I really like that one. Yeah, I approve. It's a cool idea. Maybe get a rug out of it or whatnot. A porcelain rug. That actually would be really cool, Vase. Vase, listen, we've had a lot of people trying to make rug skins to be like wall decoration and whatnot. If we could have tiles on the wall, that actually would look really cool. There you go. I've just given you another deplorable idea. So, yeah. And at the moment, again, this is also abnormal. We don't have to rush into buying it. Just saying. If you like I got to say this. If you like the skins and you want to use them, by all means, buy it, use it, enjoy it. But when it comes to investing, we have to take into consideration, right, do I want to buy 10, 20, 30, 100, 1,000? So, yeah. In terms of our investing purchases, I don't want to rush into buying it. So, it does look cool. And I get the feeling Mr. Vase potentially might be wanting to make some more porcelain skins after this. Maybe we'll see some more porcelain deplorables. As I said, a rug skin would actually work out very nicely for this set. The theme would work. So, yeah, let's just wait it out a bit, then make a move, or consider making a move. Copper L96. Now, I remember when we had the AK accepted, it actually caused the clothing and armor to get a bit of a spike in demand and go up in price a little bit. I'm not sure we're going to see this happen with this. We shall see. But at the very least, with this randomly being accepted, and it was a surprise, like, this didn't even have a change. Okay, let me reiterate. The L96 was originally submitted back in March, and it wasn't accepted, of course. But Duck probably just thought, well, let's give it another shot. I don't think he actually made any changes to this, and then it got accepted today. Alright, cool enough, you know, it worked. So, maybe he'll consider making another attempt to release his jacket and his hoodie and his boots and gloves. Maybe. That would be something to look forward to. But by default, an L96 skin, well, Rainbow Pony did get sold earlier this year. When did that come out? Literally just a month ago. And it's still holding up its price. That was fairly bright and colourful, wasn't it? Goofy, fun, enjoyable. Copper L96 isn't exactly super colourful. And you just saw the likes of the AK. That's down 30%, unfortunately. So, it's that awkward thing of gun demand. How likely are you actually going to be able to have gun in your hand? If you can't actually get the gun that much in the game, what justifies in having a skin for it? Now you understand. Now you understand gun demand. So, yeah. Bit of a problem. And this is why most L96s tend to suffer. I'd rather see how many sales happen, and then, yeah, I'd rather see how many sales happen, and then I'll make a consideration to buy it on the Wednesday or Thursday. That'll be my answer. But at the moment, yeah. Tim Teo, I will talk about that a little bit more after this. Right. Pixel Tier 3. This has had a very nice reaction to it. Let's go take a look at the front page. So this is the front page of the Rust Steam Market. I do a little refresh because this was like 2 hours ago. And not so surprising, is it? Pixel hoodie, pants, and boots have been bought out. And if I were to just take a look at this was from earlier, because today I was expecting the potential arrival of the likes of the whiteout jacket. I was expecting potentially to see the likes of the comics tier 3. We could have had hardsuit tier 2. I guess we need to consider giving up on that now. Of course, Pixel tier 3. Elite Crate tier 2 could have been an early pick, but that's probably going to be next week now. So let's just delete this, and this, and let's refresh this. So keep an eye on this, right? 66 quantity here, 160 quantity here, 119 quantity here. Look at the prices, refresh. What do we see? The prices did go up. Now, it doesn't look like the quantities changed that much. Again, let me point this out. When we started talking here, it was like an hour afterwards. After the first 10 or 20 minutes of seeing Pixel being accepted, the quantities did actually go fairly low. But of course, people caught wind and saw the prices going up. So they've obviously decided to start selling their stock. So if we were to take a look at the likes of the hoodie right now, currently selling at $3.30. Yep, people have put down extra buy orders. So that's looking pretty interesting right about now. And then we have the likes of the Pixel pants, and that's going to be selling for about $4. Yes, it is. So get a good look at that. Look at the resistance. There is nothing. There is nothing there. This could easily go up to $5. Back to the hoodie. What do we see? No resistance whatsoever. There's no big fat quantities. Very nice to see. Very likely we'll just keep progressing up and up and up. Our little Minecraft set is flourishing. So, the hoodie and the pants are reacting as normal when we see a new core piece being accepted. But now we have to consider, right, what are we going to do in regards to the tier 3? So, yeah. This is awkward. How many hoodie and pants sold? Oh yeah, only 13,000 each. So, remember earlier when I mentioned, okay guys, based on what we've seen recently, June 1st had some ridiculous skins. We saw tons of sales. The week after that, June 8, it wasn't that crazy. We saw a lot less sales. Then last week, June 15, again, a whole bunch of very interesting skins. A ridiculous week, tons of sales. Will we see a lot less sales this week? Will this week be a lot calmer compared to last week? By default, I'm going to sit there and say yes. Definitely 100%. If we only see around 13,000 sales for the tier 3, everything will work out quite alright. And I'm pretty sure Divadan and 1SQ will make tier 2. I'm fully believing it. Now, this is something that I just want to bring up to all of you. So, with the likes of the Pixel tier 3, you might notice it's version 2. And, you know, like, in every video I sit here and say for my skin checks, so my workshop skin checks, I always tell you guys, if you don't happen to like a skin, you really should comment and offer some feedback. Well, this version 2 was actually very quickly made after the original tier 3 was made. So, if you can remember, I vaguely mentioned it, but Diva Dan outright wanted to consider, or he asked Facepunch, can I change the name of some of my skins? Because when he initially made Pixel Collection, you might notice how some of them are rather pixelated, and then some of them are voxels. Voxels being more like in the style of Minecraft, or it's all blocky. Like, look at the Pixel Rock, and then look at the Pixel Sword. Do you notice how that's like all 2D, but this is all like 3D in like appearance and whatnot? And then look at the door here, and then look at the sleeping bag. You notice the difference in visuals. He was actually considering asking if he could have some of his skins changed to being voxel skins. So pixel skins and voxel skins. Anyway, moving on. So basically, when this was initially made, quite a few people weren't actually happy with it. It didn't match up with the hoodie and pants. And of course, what did the hoodie and pants look like? I have to show you that again real quickly. I keep going back and forth, back and forth. The hoodie and pants look like that. And they initially made it kind of like how they did the Pixel Armored Door. So people commented. They sat there and said, look, guys... sorry. The people said to the devs, we don't really like it. It doesn't match up with hoodie and pants. They took all of that criticism. They took it all in. And they said, you know what? That's correct. We should redo this. And fairly quickly, they made the version 2. And lo and behold... the version 2 was accepted. Here we are. So this was actually submitted last Thursday. So yeah, technically speaking, it was an early pick, but yeah, we'll talk about whatever. So yeah, if you don't really like a skin, don't just vote no and move on. If you think you can actually offer some very useful words, please consider passing it on to the skin creators. They very likely will take in your feedback, and then they'll incorporate it to a future version 2. And lo and behold, if that gets accepted, you just helped. See, that's all it takes, all right? So yeah, they want to listen. They want you to talk to them. They want to hear, you know, that you like the skins, and if they need to change something, they're willing to listen to you, all right? So just a nice little story there. That worked out all right in the end, didn't it? Cool. Like that version 2 wasn't even in TGG's picks. Yeah. So, lo and behold, it got accepted. So... it's abnormal. I don't actually need to consider buying this right now. My main concern is, will this match up with the likes of the 13,000 sales that the hoodie and pants had? If it is very close to it, like if this did 15,000 sales, it would still be alright. I mean, go take a look at the likes of Reptile Hunter. The hoodie and pants came after the tier 3, didn't it? And it did like 2,000 extra sales. Still worked out alright in the end. So, our silly little Minecraft set here, I guess we're waiting for tier 2 now. And this is still looking to be potentially appealing. But I personally, right, if I'm looking at this as a potential investment, I'm not rushing to buy these skins. It's abnormal. Buy orders first. Consider purchasing afterwards. Sound good? Right. So, what matters, again, just verifying this, will this match up to the sales that we see here? Alright, cool. So yeah, the reaction to the Pixel Collection is happening. I guess we should take a look at the boots as well. Boots were one of the most recent skins to be accepted, and it's instantly doing very nice. $2 at the moment. Very cool. So yeah, it's working out quite alright. Mine diamonds! Sorry. I'm very sorry. The funny thing is, though, is the fact that we see the reptile kilt. Reptile kilt's already in the front page. Okay, now I have to try my best talking about the other 2 skins because they aren't being seen by SCMM for some strange reason. So we got the likes of the Rare Flame MP5. Looks very nice, looks very cool. So, unfortunately, the matter is MP5s at the moment. Let's go take a look at all of the MP5s that recently came out. Oh, I've accidentally done something here. I accidentally pressed... okay. Let's get this out of the way. Come on in. MP5. Right, here's all the most recent MP5 skins to be accepted. They're all doing bad except Blackout MP5 and Berserker MP5. Well, there you go. Now, why is this happening? Well, gun demand. Gun demand in terms of meta. The MP5 is not in the meta, really, is it? Ever since the recoil update last year, blah, 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 hasn't been as in demand and in use as much, has it? Because it just isn't as viable compared to other weapons. It's sad, it's unfortunate, but yeah. When the weapon itself isn't beloved, the skins will get no love either. It's a simple answer. So whilst that does look nice, it does, I respect it, it's not a good investment at the moment by the looks of it. I'd rather see how many sales happen to that Rare Flame MP5, then consider what I'm going to do. But by default, after seeing all of these, and most of these, it's not looking too good either. Alright? So that's a little bit awkward. Okay, cool. Then we got the Ruin Sar. So here's the Ruin Sar. It does not have a useful red aim sight tip. So just wanted to get this across. Now this is actually a continuation of a collection. Let me go show you the Ruin collection, which only consists of an AK and a garage door. Wow! So the AK has actually been going up in price. Now, apparently this was actually going... So, it's on the front page, by the way. But initially... Where are we? We're over here. If I just show you this, apparently a TikTok video mentioned that it was really helpful to put on your back or something. I don't know. But yeah, this has actually been up in price since, like, April, so don't assume today was the day that caused it to spike up in price. No, it had a TikTok video talking about it, and then suddenly everybody bought it. That's what TikTok is like at the moment. A person with a reasonable amount of an audience, they just talk about skin, suddenly everybody buys it. Price go... It's ridiculous, isn't it? So, this Ruin Sar, it's in a bit of a problem, and based on the fact that we've had a lot of Sar skins accepted recently. We literally just had the Redemption Sar. Literally 28,000 sales. Who's going to look at this Sar now and think, oh yeah, I just got a Redemption Sar. I'm going to buy this now instead. It's just bad timing for this skin, I'm afraid. I respect the design of it, the old temple design, you see all the bump mat work there and whatnot, very cool. But it came out after the Redemption Sar, and I think everybody who wanted a brand new Sar has already gone and bought the likes of the Redemption Sar, and I think this is going to suffer, unfortunately. So, again, yeah, these two weapons here really don't look like they're going to be doing super great this week. That is unfortunate. I see Benji posted a link to a TikTok. I'm guessing that's the TikTok that brought up the likes of the AK. Okay, cool. Right then. So, hello Reese the Geese, asking what should I invest into this week. Honestly, mate, with this week, I'm playing it extra safe. It might be a week where we only do buy orders. Yeah, I mean, in the long term, I might still consider wanting to buy some of those Thompsons, because I feel like the colour is so distinct that people would like it in the future. Plus, with Thompsons Thompsons having hardly any quantity on the Steam market, they tend to rebound very easily, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I mean, my predictions video isn't going to be super amazing this week, let's put it this way, because everything here is just so 50-50. I can't get a solid answer out of myself to figure out what I'd want to do. By default, buy orders. Yes, that's fine. Always do buy orders, no matter what. But everything here is like conditional. I don't fully know what to think in regards to the tempered primitive clothing there. If we see more being submitted over the course of this weekend, I'd feel more confident in it. Thompson, we've been seeing a lot of Thompson skins being accepted and being given away this year. So far this year, and you know what, it's better off we go over to here, items. I just want to show you this. Because like last year we had like 9 Thompsons, marketable Thompsons. Is that include? Alright, let me just do this. So I'm using scmm.app. I'm in the items database. So it's very easy to do this. I'm going to click item, and here we are. Thompson. Please tell me where the Thompsons are. Right, these are all the newer skins. So What we also see here are the Thompson skins that are given away through Twitch. We had 3 Thompsons given away to us this year. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 Thompsons have been given they've been given to us, or rather been made available to us already this year. Last year we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We are only just about to finish June, and we've already had 10 skins. Last year we had 11. We're already looking like we're potentially going to surpass it. But I do bring up the point. When a Thompson suffers, how low exactly does it go? Well, this is only down by 5%. This is only down by 10%. This is only down by 21%. What happens when we see a whole lot more people playing at the end of this year and into January? Well, Thompson skins tend to go up in price by quite a lot because they get bought out. Now, let's go by market supply. Can we do that? Lowest market supply. Yep, we can do that all from here as well. So if you're at work and you can't go on Steam, you can use this SCMM. You can still see. So at the moment, there are only 17 high quality metal Thompsons on the market, 28 artifact Thompsons, 35 Devourer Thompsons. Yeah, I can see all the necessary information through here. So most Thompsons have low quantity. It gets only so when the first Thompson to have over 100 quantity is the JPEG Thompson down here. So that all of these all have less than 100 quantity. So yeah, if you're worried about the likes of the Thompsons, that's still looking to be fairly okay. You know, you're looking at Thompsons at the moment. Just wait and see what Thompsons look like at the end of the year, into January. What does it look like then? Probably a whole lot better. So yeah, that Thompson Arna, I'm questioning. I have lost the words. Right. So yeah, I feel like that's pretty much everything that's been addressed. You know, tier 3, I want to see how many sales that has. Porcelain, I'd rather see how many sales that has. Yeah. It's a bit of an odd week, so I don't think there's much else I can sit here and really say. I can bring up potential things that might be happening in the future. So, you know how I brought up where am I? Over here, yeah. So, my recent skin checks video, we saw the version 2 of Elite Crate Tier 2. If this gets accepted, right? If we get this kilt being accepted, suddenly that Reptile Hunter kilt isn't as interesting anymore. Alright? So yeah, you really do need to be aware of all the skins that are being submitted to the workshop. If this gets accepted next week, we see all of Elite Crate being completed. That's the final core piece we've been awaiting for. And people have already done anticipation buys. Before the arrival of that on the workshop, I'm trying to get Elite Crate collection. It kept moving. I don't know what's going on there. The hoodie and pants were suffering pretty badly. Not anymore. People jumped in and bought out the stock. People jumped in and bought out this stock. And if we do see Elite Crate Tier 2 being accepted, we have another budget green option camouflage collection with all the core pieces. And that would be very, very, very appealing. Oh, yes, it will. So, definitely something for us to look forward to. Yes. Again, in speaking about camouflage skins, like, I was very surprised to see that the whiteout jacket wasn't accepted today. They just saw how many boots sold. Why would you not want to release the jacket? And you got to understand, in the snowy, white, cold environment, the jacket's going to be much more helpful compared to the likes of wearing armor, isn't it? You need that jacket. It's like a super necessary piece. But they didn't accept it this week. Maybe they strategized. Maybe they wanted this week to be a lot calmer. And then next week it's going to be wild. Elite Crate Tier 2? Whiteout jacket? What else could we potentially see? I don't know. I look forward to finding out. But again, you got to keep an eye on my workshop skin check. Actually, no. What do we have right here? I haven't mentioned it. Do you like Dragon Rage collection? Well, buddy, we got the new limited edition snake bite hoodie and pants. No, I'm joking. Basically, they've done a flip. Mr. Little Ranger thought, you know what? Why don't I just make a whiteout version? Because, you know, Dragon Rage was like a budget blackout. Well, now we've got a budget whiteout. Next week probably will be very, very, very interesting. What do you reckon? Do you like what you see? If you remember how Dragon Rage developed, if this gets accepted, you're going to see a lot of potential profits to be made, potentially. So this is looking really cool, and I think a lot of people will be appreciating that. So yeah, let's see if that potentially gets accepted next week. Best of luck to you, Little Ranger, Maradara, and Jürgen Guster. So yeah, we are aware of all of this because we already talked about it in our workshop skin checks. Maybe we'll see Reptile Hunter boots and gloves being accepted. I'm sure people would appreciate that. That would be a nice extra addition. So yeah, I refresh, 2 ticks. There we go. Early picks indeed, and early picks indeed. Yeah. All right then. That was cool. That was a fun week. I've got to show this off. It's potentially going to be a very wild week next week. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. So, yeah, that's it. That's all we really need to bring up. You don't like it, Glassholio? Buddy, listen. There's always a profit and an opportunity to be had, you know. Every week is an opportunity. You just need to figure out the right price to put down. That's why I sat there and said maybe this week is better off just being a buy order week. You know, keep your head up. Remember, all prices tend to go up during post-Christmas time. Ooh. Even when you even if you accidentally buy something a little bit too high, just wait till the end of the year and sell it for more. It always tends to work out. Right then, so, yeah, I gave us a nice little sneaky peeky. Please wait out and see what's up for the... Sorry, I can't speak properly. I've been talking for too long. Let's wait and see what interesting skins we see next week for the workshop skin checks, and whether we can potentially be influenced by any of these skins based on what we see. So, have a lovely week, have a lovely weekend, and we'll see what happens next week. I don't know what to expect, but I look forward to it. Is next week going to be... Yeah, next week's going to be the last Rust Door rotation for June, so maybe we'll see some wacky skins being accepted. That could happen. That could happen. Alright, I've rambled for too long anyway. I've got to ramble with my chat for about another hour or two, and then we'll do the predictions video. So, catch you later. See you and goodbye.